Doop-a-doop-a-doo-doo-doop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doop-a-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Welcome to the Smeggie Cave. Hey, how's everyone doing out there tonight?
I'm doing
Wa-
all right.
Watching the chat, and then got a couple people here in the chat. So, what's going on, Foos?
Not much. Just been listening to the chats off and on. I haven't been on Gun Channel since before the remodel, so I came on tonight and I was like, "What the heck's going on?"
Yep,
um.
and just for the record, we've mentioned it before, but I don't know if you know that, Foos. The remodel's still half in progress.
Oh, okay.
Just in case you run into something that's not working, it might still get fixed.
Okay.
At some point in the future, GUBs will be like, okay, we're done. Everything should work. And at that point, if you find something that doesn't work, then it's useful to let them know. But
Right.
for right now, it just because I know a lot of people out there like my thing's not working. Yeah, it's not working yet. It's like
Well,
stumbling on a construction site and saying the air conditioner doesn't work. It's like, yeah, we haven't even built the roof yet. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Like I'm in IT, so if an application doesn't work, I just find other ways to do it. So yeah. I'm like, that's how I want people to use my application. So that's how I use other people's applications.
Yep. And then we also got Tina jumping in the room. So how's it going?
Hello.
Hello, Tina.
I'm kind of new, so new to all this stuff.
Okay.
So
What
I'm
part of the country are you in?
I'm in Wisconsin, like right
Okay.
on the Illinois-Wisconsin border.
All right.
We're pretty good with our gun laws here. It seems we got open carry, but of course, if somebody complains, I guess we can get possibly charged with disorderly conduct or something. So I'm like, oh, that's nice. But so
So it's like you are responsible for other people like being scared or being freaked out. Like that seems dumb.
yeah, that's what I thought too, and I just found that out when we went to the local gun shop because we bought our first guns like a couple weeks ago at Gander Outdoors.
Oh, that
Oh,
new.
really? That's really cool. Honestly, we haven't had that perspective in a while. And I don't necessarily want to like grill you or interview or whatever. I just invited you so we could all hang out. But I would
Yeah,
be
that's no problem.
interested in that kind of perspective of what made you think, why'd you decide to get a gun and all that kind of stuff? Like the kind of from the new person perspective.
Well, I was never really into guns because I grew up in a home where guns are bad, right? And my mom, she was kind of weird, but she just didn't allow guns in the house, not even like toy guns. And she loosened up a little when my brother was born because he wanted water guns and stuff like that. So, and but we just oh, hold on, I'm losing my ear. But yeah, so I just all of a sudden that all this infringing on the second rights. Okay, I've been fighting for my rights for other things like I vape. I quit smoking by vaping, and they've been attacking electronic cigarettes for years, the FDA, and so then there's pain pills. I take pain pills for chronic pain. Well, they were taken away from me. Some of my alternatives, they were attacking the CBD hemp oil and kratom's being attacked. I've never used kratom. It's illegal here in Wisconsin. And I'm like, I see that, and people who are in pain can use that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to fight for that. And then I see gun rights being attacked. And I'm like, I'm getting tired of rights being attacked.
Hmm.
And I'm a libertarian. And I don't believe in banning things like that. Like, stop the drug wars. Stop,
Yeah. I mean,
you
th-
know,
yeah.
it's just stupid. And I just told my husband, I said, I want to get a gun. And
Good.
so we bought a couple of guns, and then
What brand of guns, if you don't mind me asking?
I bought a Ruger LCP for myself. We were gonna get both. We get high point, so we could both get guns. I talked him into a high point C9, I think it was.
Okay.
And I mean, watched all kinds of videos, read all kinds of reviews and stuff on them for them because I'm the one that does all the research. And you know, it's hit or miss with those guns.
Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
What?
I'm sorry. It's a verbal tick. Anytime someone says hit or miss, I must say Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
Oh, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, so I mean, I saved videos for him. If there was any problems that he had with it, you know, he could kind of make little adjustments on his gun, you know, and then he wanted to buy another one. So this last weekend, we just went out and we went to the gun shop for him, and he bought, oh gosh, we looked at Taurus. He bought the Taurus PT 709 Slim, and they had this Taurus Spectrum there, and I knew I could get it at Gander Outdoors cheaper, but I wanted to handle it, and I did. It's really, you know, it handled really nice for me because the Ruger LCP, I have like no muscle really. I need to start working more on it. I can't rack the slide very easily.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the LCP. I do like the LC9 though. It's a little bit bigger than the LCP.
I thought for a 9mm I might look into that one, but then my husband's the 709 isn't too bad either. Pretty small but yeah. So I went and got the Taurus Spectrum at the Gander Outdoors, and I got a discount because I joined their Sam Goodie Club or whatever a couple weeks ago, so we get like a 10% discount. So
that works.
So you actually still have those around, because I know Gander Mountain, which turned into Gander Outdoors, they closed like 90% of their stores or something ridiculous. Like almost all of them went out, and then they kept like only a couple.
It's what they told me, because I was looking online, you see, you know, where the local one was. I was like looking for Gander Mountain, and then all it came up was Outdoors local to us, you know, like in the next city. And I was like, well, all the reviews were for Gander Mountain, and the recent ones were for Gander Outdoors, and I had told the store clerk that. And I was like, you know, he said they aren't even associated with Gander Mountain. So another company must have bought them out or something.
Yeah, because I know
exactly.
Gander Mountain, like, I don't want to say went out of business, but I think they went bankrupt or whatever, and someone else bought them. Actually, the dude who owns Camping World.
No, but Bass Pro bought Gander, didn't they?
No. I don't think it was Bass Pro.
Camping World is associated
Bass
with
Pro
Gander
bought Cabela's.
Outdoors.
That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Bass Pro and Cabela's teamed up now. And that was a weird one, because it's not like Cabela's was going out of business or anything. Like, their sales were fine. It was just a high level, like, hey, we're going to buy this and like team up or whatever, like a merger kind of thing. But the Camping World dude, Alan, is it Alan something? I mean, he has a TV show, or Marcus. It's not Alan, it's Marcus. Marcus something. He bought Gander Mountain, and they closed most of the stores, and they said they were going to keep some of them open and rebrand them as Gander Outdoor.
That's what happened, because when I look on the website, there's like, with the Sam Goodie card, they got like 5 or 6 different stores that are like outdoor, you know, like some RV World type store and all kinds of outdoor activity type things.
Yeah, that's Marcus whatever something or other.
Yeah.
He owns all those. The RV thing and the Camping World. It's a really interesting TV show. He goes in and buys like, or he partners with, I should say, these like small businesses or family run stuff. And obviously, I mean, it's a TV show like a Kitchen Nightmare or a Bar Rescue type of show, where he like comes in and then like, you suck at accounting, and then, you know, there's always that drama shit, right? They got someone's crying or someone punches a window or some stupid crap. But I like the business part of the TV show, and he actually invests his own actual money. Like that part of it's real. And then he owns 20% or 30% or 40, whatever they negotiate.
Maybe I've heard. That might be the show that I've heard about, but I've never seen it. I thought it was interesting, though. Interesting concept.
Yeah, what the heck is that show called?
I have no.
Oh my God.
My memory sucks.
The Prophet. That's what it's called.
Really?
It's called The Prophet.
Okay, I'll have to look into it. That sounds good.
Honestly, I just from a business standpoint, it is very interesting. So I like watching it for that. But yeah, I know he's got the Camping World thing, and he's the one that bought the Gander Mountain. But anyway, so you got the LCP and the Spectrum and a High Point.
He's got the High Point and PT 709 Slim or whatever. And
so in the past month, you bought about
2 guns. That's how we celebrated the March for Our Lives weekend. Was bought a gun.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say I celebrated by going to the Capitol for a Pro 2A rally. But buying guns is just.
I don't think we'll be able to make it unless. Well, I'll have to look at the date and see if my husband will be willing to go. But he's not like into crowds or anything.
Well,
I don't drive.
Is your capital Madison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I think so.
I've been there once. I just know it's very
Maybe
hippie.
Sorry.
I think it's Madison.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Madison and Milwaukee are like the same distance for me away, but just in different directions, and they're big cities. But yeah, I think it's Madison.
Yeah, my ex had a friend that she moved out to Wisconsin, and they were like right outside Madison. So we went to go visit for a weekend, and just like driving around like the downtown and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, there's hippies everywhere. Which she was all like, the friend was always kind of like, artsy, liberal-ish, and me and her got into some decent arguments at times. But I was like, this makes sense. Like, this is perfect for you, Karen. Like you found your home because these are your people.
Milwaukee is just a college town. Milwaukee, Madison, and Beloit actually has a liberal arts college, so that's where I am in Beloit. And
they go, yeah, Mel's up that way. He's over there. Or is he Minnesota? I forget. Sorry, Mel. I know I've hung out with you a couple times. I forget what the hell state you live in. But he's over on the YouTube side saying that, Madison is the capital.
Okay. Yeah. I can't even see the chat because I'm on my tablet, so can't swing back.
He's over on the YouTube side.
Yeah, I can't see it. Otherwise, if I was on my computer, but I don't get that much anymore.
Well, welcome to the gun world. Welcome to.
I got a few. We got to find some classes, and he's got a friend in Illinois that he just has kind of like a range on his farm, so that.
Those are always the best for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see like what is it, Tardot? They have their own range, and I'm just sitting there like jealous because we live in the city.
Yeah, I got a place up north. I'm over in Michigan, just outside Detroit, but I have a place in like northern Lower Peninsula, like Pinky Knuckle kind of. Just look at the back of your left hand. There's Michigan. Go to the Pinky Knuckle. That's where our property is. But
okay.
Anyway, so I've built a range up there. This is a couple years ago now, I guess. I'm always making it better, and I'm always looking for suggestions of what to do to make it better. But we have a tractor up there with a front bucket, and it's all sandy soil up there. So basically, I just dragged the bucket and scraped off like an inch over like a long distance and then dumped it. And then I backed up and I scraped it, moved over a little bit, scraped it, dumped it, scraped it. And then I cut a tree down the tree fell over, and I cut it up and dragged it out of the swamp and put that in the front, and then stacked up some other smaller trees. And, that's why I staple my targets to. So it's like the wood kind of holds the sand back, but the sand's really the actual barricade.
Nice.
Cool.
Detroit, great place to leave. Yeah, you're right, Reested.
And I'm in northern Arkansas. I live in a small 20,000 person town, and I go about 15 minutes to a lady's backyard. She has about 40 acres, and she has 5 or 6 pistol bays and a 90-yard rifle range.
Oops.
There.
I think I sent the wrong link earlier.
To who?
To Midnight. He was asking for one, so I sent it. And then now, yeah, then Mel is asking for the link. And so that time when I hit, Control V, I looked at it before I hit enter and was like, oh, that's not the right thing. So there we go. There's the hangout for Mel. And let me go back to Midnight. I'm not cook shaming. I didn't see it right at the time.
Well,
I didn't see your request.
Well, welcome to the worldwide world of shooting. And
thank you.
Thank
you. I can't wait to start.
There we go. I sent it over on Gun Channels, guys. So the people who asked me for links through the Gun Channels message thing, I replied to that and sent it to you.
You're a good man, Smeggie.
Hey, what's up, Mel? Yeah, so you are from Wisconsin, Mel. I thought that's what I thought, but then I, for some reason, second guessed myself as soon as I said it out loud.
What part of Wisconsin?
I'm out in Pewaukee.
Okay. I'm down south, but in Beloit.
Okay.
Awesome, man. This cave is freaking rocking tonight, man. Thanks everyone for watching. I feel bad. It's going to be a short one. I'm going to have to cut it off in about an hour to do the daily gun show.
Oh
that's fine. That's why I'm going. That's when my ass is going to bed.
But anyways, I appreciate all you guys watching, and ask us gun questions or something, or what do you guys want to talk about?
So which game outdoors did you go to?
Crap. Let's talk about like guns. Let's be nerds.
The gun I accidentally.
Yeah, what gun did you get, Foos?
Star Model B. Star Model B. I went on there to get. I was like, well, I have 2 magazines for my Makarov. I want a couple more. So I went out there and started looking around. I'm like, okay, JG sales. I wonder what guns they have. Oh, here's a Star Model B. I know Matt really likes it, so yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Now, did you get the B or the BM?
Crap, I don't know.
I hope you didn't get BM.
Why?
Oh, goodness.
Because of what that stands for.
I used to be a nurse.
BM.
Yep, I got one of those. I got a great set of grips for it, too. There's a guy on eBay that makes custom grips on a CNC machine for it. They are beautiful wood grips.
I'll go ahead and keep it stock. Like, I will maybe put 2 magazines down it and stick it in the safe. I don't know why.
You got a collector kind of thing just to have it?
Well, what I really like are different actions. Like I have mostly rifles. I have roller delayed blowback. I have a cock on close, cock on open. I have long stroke gas piston. I have a the direct impingement with the AR. I have a straight pull. I like different ways of solving the same problem. And I'm going to be selling my 1911, so I wanted something that was really close to that. So I just did that.
And that's what that Star B is?
Yeah, it's a small 1911, basically. That knows like a couple $100. I was like, sure, why not? So yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little gun to shoot too. It's a great little 9mm.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'll probably take it out once and then keep it dirty and stick it in the safe. Like.
So this is what we're looking at right here. Then is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one thing you should do though, you should go get a couple of mags from Classic. They're $20 and they're okay, but I mean, pretty soon they're going to be gone and hard to find.
Okay, so I picked up an extra. comes with one mag, and I picked up an extra mag for it from J&G.
Okay. How much do they get it at J&G for the mag?
It was like 20.
Okay. Yeah, I actually like that gun so much, I'm going to probably buy a couple more mags for it so I can shoot it more.
So, in the accessories... Dude, where would that even be at? Accessories, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, my celebratory purchase this weekend was an SP-101.
SP.
Nice.
Oh, revolver.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted a new carry gun, something to replace my LCR, and I wanted 357. So I got a 2-inch version of it.
Star Model B. BM, sorry. And 9mm. Very surplus, very good. Damn you. There's going another $40 down the drain.
So we have a question out in the chat on the gun channel side. Although he asked on the YouTube side first, but we were in the middle of talking. But I'm going to say I'm only answering it because of it's on the gun channel side, because gun channels is way better. Any thoughts on a Bulgarian Makarov for the first milsurp?
Absolutely.
It gets my thumbs up.
Heck yeah, good gun.
Great gun. If you grip high on the gun, just like a lot of these older milsurps they have a safety up on the slide. I shoot CZs so much, my grip is so high, it rips the living crap out of my thumb. But if you're used to shooting 1911s or anything with a quote-unquote proper slide, you'll be good because your grip will be lower.
That's a good thing to keep in mind, though. Yeah, because I always try and get up as high as humanly possible. I mean, it gets you your best recoil management.
But if I do that slide, I mean, my thumbs. So you know how CZ is inverted slide. I've been so high that I've actually stopped the slide with my thumbs.
Ow.
He's saying he's been seeing a lot of them at gun shops for like 200, 270. Yeah. Is that, I mean, in that range, that's a good price?
Yeah, I got mine for 200, and it was a steel. That's the one that I bought right before Travis.
Oh, you mean the one you stole from?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if you're not going to get that Makarov, I would get the Star BM. That's probably the nicest thing next to it at about the same price.
Yeah, and actually in a serviceable caliber, 9mm. So that BM, but if he's wanting a Makarov, not going to go wrong with Makarov. Not at all.
The only thing that's annoying is if you're a reloader and saving brass and stuff.
Yeah,
it's annoying because it's just barely like a 9.
It's 1mm shorter than a 9. You could actually trim 9mm down.
Yeah, which then is double annoying because now you can't look at the head stamp to see which one it is.
I never look at head stamp anyway.
Yeah, you just stack them up. That's what I do. I mentioned that because in the past, I knew a guy who had one and he made his own brass by cutting it down.
Mm-hmm. And
we went to the range together, and somehow I grabbed some of his stuff and got mixed in with mine or whatever. And it was just you had to be extra careful when you're sorting it. Yeah, I like to just stand them all up and then kind of see like where how high it sticks up or whatever.
Yep.
Kind of like just with like 380, those are a little bit shorter. They're 1 mil, even less than that. But between 9 and 380, it's easy to see. Those Makarov, sometimes they're tricky.
So I have on my progressive loader, I have a Mr. Bullet Feeder, and a bullet will not drop on a 380 or 9 Makarov. So I'll put primer in, powder in. Where it comes to the bullet area, the bullet won't actually drop because it doesn't actuate it enough. So I'm sitting there looking down. I'm like, oh, that one looks a little short. Grab it, dump the powder, turn it over, and yep, that's a 380 or a Makarov, and then I'll just set it aside and grab the primer later. So that's one good thing.
All right. So Midnight's asking because he's on his phone. I'll just give this information to other people out here. It's specific to gun channels. I sent him a link because he asked for it, because that's the kind of person I am. And he said, well, how do I find it on mobile? So if you go to your phone, you go to gun channels. I believe you have to be on, click like full site down near the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll see a little like box that says chat. If you click on that, it will open up a new window and it'll be a list of people's names. And those are like, that's the way you can send like an instant message kind of to them, right? Just like when you're on the computer, it shows up at the bottom. You know, you can click on chat and then find someone's name and type to them. In fact, I'm going to screen share that part of it just so some people know, because for some reason the cave turns into a learning experience. And I really like gun channels. So you're over here on gun channels. Let me hide this little thing. Down at the bottom where it says chat and you have people's names, you can like click on someone's name and then type like Ohio sucks and then send it to them. So anyways, on the phone, it opens up like this list in a new thing, and then you find the person and you can talk to them. So that's how you do that, in case anyone was wondering. I know we have some new people watching and some new people actually even in here, so.
Yeah. So when is G-Webs fixing all that so that we have our normal stuff back the way it used to be?
Well, I mean, channels are back now, so that was the biggest thing. I don't have a time frame for you, though. I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, like 95% of the stuff works. I haven't run into problems really.
Right, but we used to have the main chat room at the bottom there. Is that coming back at all?
No, so that's like, you know how I have the Smeggie Cave, or you can go to Knives' channel for his one. So it's just different from that point of view. So if you want to go talk with someone, you just
no more lobby. The best feature gone.
Whatever. So you go to their channel and communicate with them in there. And I would just say always hang out in the Smeggie Cave, but that's just me personally.
It is a good spot, I'll give you that.
So there is a 24/7 live gun chat room. You can go there.
Right. It's basically all comes down to it's every different person. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We can fit a bunch of people in here, but that's fine. Thanks for jumping in. Hey, and Ghost showed up. How's it going, Ghost?
I'm good. How are you?
Smeggie Cave is so warm and inviting. Hey, how's it going, Ghost?
What's going on, guys?
Same-o, same-o.
Go figure, I'm working on brass. Who knew?
So, gunchannels.com/lobby, the page of the lobby still loads. So, that's good.
Okay, so the page is there. I just can't get to it from the front page. I just got to know the link. That'll work.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Any hot topics tonight?
We were just talking guns because I needed a break from politics and stupid anti-gunners. So
yeah,
I figured let's talk about guns.
I got you.
You just jumped in just as we were finishing up talking about the Makarov. Mm-hmm. And basically someone was asking, is that a good like first milsurp gun? And I'd say, yeah, go for it. If you want to start getting into like milsurp stuff, that's a great one to start out with.
As good as there is, yeah.
Especially milsurp pistols right now, because you have probably about your choice of 5 to 7 guns, right, that are all floating right around the $200 range. So, yeah. You got Tokarev, Makarovs, you have P64s, you have
Zastavas.
Zastavas. Well, that's yeah. You have some CZs, 52 and 70s. They're all right around that range. It's good stuff. Did everyone freeze or?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't do 5 things at once.
Okay.
So, yeah, I heard CZs and was like, "Yep, CZ's the best place ever."
The only thing I'd
I
say
love
about any
CZs.
of those is if the person is willing to pay the cost for the ammo.
It depends. If you buy like the Makarov stuff, it's cheap, extremely cheap. Like if you go,
it's not available everywhere. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I just buy. I bought 500 of them.
some people don't like to order stuff online.
It's true.
And I mean, there's just a few things to consider. I mean, I'm not saying this person isn't going to, but some people don't like to order online. They only want to buy at stores.
Oh, absolutely. Like I can get Makarov 9mm Makarov here locally, but it's like, was it? I bought 100 rounds and it came up to be like $60 some odd for the steel case stuff. I then went online and bought the next batch. But like
the only place I've seen it, in the store is Academy, and I got to go to like Knoxville to go to Academy. So
yeah, it is going to be harder to find, but just like your 7.62 by 54, it's going to be harder to find till I mean, Makarovs aren't going to be super uber popular, but it's interesting round type thing. But
yeah, but the good part about the Makarov is you can actually get some Hornady rounds in that and get real hollow points.
Yeah, but I mean that's you start talking about that. You start talking about okay, what's better in a 380 hollow points or a round ball, and there's a big. I probably would go round ball and a Makarov just because of penetration. Now I haven't shot any of the Hornady stuff, and it may be hotter. I don't know.
Yeah, I got for my 380. I use that. What's the Ruger APX? That polymer stuff that's supposed to penetrate deeper.
Yeah,
it's not a round ball. It kind of looks like a Phillips screwdriver.
Okay. Yeah, I use.
Isn't that like the extreme penetrator or something's what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, but the APX is Ruger's name brand polymer crap.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just like it's costs more.
Of course.
So we got a question out here in the chat from someone who was just in the chat. So see, you could have just asked this out loud. It would have been way easier. But she's asking, how much do you guys pay for like FFL fees? So I'll answer first. I pay between 20 and 25 bucks. Now I go to like a guy who just runs it out of his house. It was like a friend of a friend's how I found him kind of thing. And so he just like changes his mind every once in a while what he feels like doing. I know their local gun store near me, when I was looking to get my CZ, I asked them about it and they wanted like 50 bucks for a transfer. And I can kind of understand it. One of the things I asked was like, well, like, geez, that seems a little expensive. Like, why do you do that or whatever? And basically their answer was, well, we're trying to encourage people to just like buy stuff from our store instead of, just using us as a shipping address type of thing. The thing that bugged me about that answer was I asked them if like they could order a CZ for me. Like I was trying to buy from them and they were like, no, like whatever we have is what we have. And I was like, but I want something different. They're like, well, you're out of luck. And then their answer is, well, we want you to buy it from us. I'm like, I'm trying to buy it from you. That was the whole point of me coming in. Because that was actually the first gun I bought. And I was a little nervous about like ordering stuff online and having it shipped or whatever. It seemed weird to me. Now it's normal, but I could, I was just, it seemed weird a little bit at the time, especially like, going to this dude's house or whatever I didn't know. Or, like trying to find somebody like that and just like cold calling them like, hey, can I come over? Now, like I said, he's a friend of a friend, so I just like text him on his personal cell phone and be like, hey, you in town this week? Like, can I send something to you?
And if anybody does watch this later, he's buying it on the internet, so he is paying a gun company for it. They're shipping that firearm to an FFL dealer. That FFL dealer has to do a background check or has to have takes Smeggies concealed carry to prove that he is legal to buy it. So it's not shipping directly to his house or shipping to a buddy's house and he just goes picks it up. There's still paperwork on it and everything is legal. So this, just in case anyone is wondering about that.
I mean, that's the whole point, right? Because there is no such thing as
buying from the internet.
Buying shit online. And you'll hear that all the time. You can just buy guns online. Like, yeah.
No, you can't. The only place you can buy a gun online is the
to
CMP.
A freaking gun store. Like,
or if you have a CNR?
Yes, a collector and relic.
Collector and relic, yeah.
But then those are only those types of guns. Like, they have to be the older guns.
Which there are some. What I heard, it's 50 years. So I think there's some early AKs and early ARs out there that could be considered relic.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
The nice part is everything World War II is in that realm. So, if you're a milsurp guy, right there. Same with Korea War.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, in Wisconsin, they're funny about their FFLs. It's almost like it's rigged. Basically, everybody charges $50 for a handgun or $35 for a long gun.
Ooh,
and the reason why they charge $50 for a handgun is there's a second form that has to go through the state.
Okay. I'm in northern Arkansas. It's $20-$25 usually. My barber is also an FFL, and he charges me $15.
Nice.
So, I mean, he gets other money.
I'm about an hour and a half south of Foose, and my FFL, his normal rate is $25 for a transfer fee.
I feel like 2025 is pretty darn normal, but like someone out in the chat was saying, yeah, I've heard up to like 75 and stuff. I've heard that as well. There are
over here it's 75, and it's ridiculous. Now the way you get around that is one of the locals you buy an annual membership, so you pay $50 and you get your first transfer for $15, and then every transfer after that for $25. So unless you're going to do like 4 transfers or something or more, it isn't worthwhile to buy their annual membership to lower your transfer fee.
That's great, dude. I should hook you up with my dude. You just come drive down and hang out with me for an afternoon and then go pick up your thing.
Yeah, that'd probably make it easier, especially when I order something off a Classic or whatnot. There is another store over here. Their hours suck and they're rude, and I think their fee is $25 or $35. And I've offered to buy a gun off their floor if they'd waive the transfer fee, and they said no way. And the one that charges you the annual membership fee, and by the way, everything's cash only, no credit cards. The one that charges the annual membership fee to lower the rate to something decent, I talked to them, and I, like what you were saying, Smeggy, they didn't want to order it for me. So I'm like, look, what I'm buying is something you guys aren't willing to order and you don't have in stock. So, I mean, I'm kind of, this is what I want. I don't want what you have on the floor. And there was a point there where I wanted to get some receivers, and they were going to get in some receivers, but they weren't willing to order them that day. They said, "Oh, well, with our next batch of orders." I said, "Well, when's that going to be?" "Well, we don't know." I said, "Well, I was panic buying, so I bought a bunch of receivers." And the guy said, I think he wanted to sell me the receivers for $70 each, and I was paying with shipping and the transfer fee and everything else about $65 each. And I was talking to him about it, and he says he makes more money off the transfer fees than he does off the actual guns, whether it be a receiver or full-size rifle. It's like, wait a minute. You're telling me that you only make $25 to $75 off of each gun here?
Oh yeah, that's
Nah,
pretty
I'm not
that's
buying
pretty
that.
common for most gun
No,
shops.
that's fairly common.
I'm not buying
Yeah.
it, though.
And,
No,
well, no, it's true. It's true with firearms, especially. That's why, like my FFL, he understands if I'm buying a firearm or I'm getting it shipped in for somewhere, he's going to make more money on my transfer fee for limited work, if nothing, no work, than he would on that firearm. But he also understands that there's other ways. That's why I always preach. There's other ways to support your gun shop. Buy your holsters, buy your ammo, buy your targets, all that stuff. That's where they actually make their money.
Yeah, but Ghost, along with that, I'll give you an example. A box of ammo that I can buy online for $12. That gun store sells the exact same one, not a different brand, not a different bullet weight, nothing. The same for $25, over double the price to buy it in the store.
Yep.
And you can go, oh, well, you got to pay shipping. Dude, if you're buying, 10 boxes of ammo and throwing in some reload supplies and some gun parts and other stuff, the shipping is $20. It's nothing.
But you also have to think how many people. I mean, there's a lot of people that go out and shoot. That I'm gonna go shoot tomorrow. So today I went out and bought a box of 50.
Well, okay, and that's all good and fine. But my thing is, if I want to support my local, okay, don't sell me that $12 box of ammo for $25 freaking dollars. Sell it for $14, and I'll buy 10 of them from you.
I understand
you know
that,
what I mean?
and ammo isn't always the right thing. There are some. It's my FFL. I can go to Walmart and get some, let's say, Blazer brass for what, $14 for 50 roughly. I can go to him and get them for 15. So I'm not saying to go pay double. I'm saying is if it's within a couple dollars of Walmart or somewhere you can go get an Academy,
within a couple
that's
dollars,
a whole different story. Now, if you're talking at doubling the price, that's a whole different story.
Right, and it being that's one of those things too. If that's just supply and demand type stuff. They've decided that that's how much that they should sell their ammo for, and whether that's a good business practice or not. I mean, they'll find out if they stay in business. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't pay that kind of money.
Around here, people got money. That's no big deal to them. They don't,
So that could be part of it too, right? I mean, I've seen that as well. If you are in a wealthier area and people are willing to pay more money, then they're going to charge you more money. I mean, that just it makes sense from their point of view.
When I travel out of state, I go to some of the mom and pops, and if I see something for a good deal, I'll stock up and bring it back to Michigan.
Yeah. Hey, Squib, do you only have like one FFL in your area?
I've got 3 within walking distance. I've probably got 6 or more in the township.
All right. Besides that one that you're talking about, I mean, are all of the gun shops in your area, are they all comparably priced? I mean, are they all doing that, or is this one particular FFL, is he more outrageous than the others?
I described 3 out of the 4 closest, all with a different kind of thing. So you got one that's got a fair price, but they're jerks and their hours suck. You got another one that wants you to buy a membership to get a fair price, so it ain't worth it if you're just going to transfer 1 or 2. You better transfer 4 or more. And you got another one that's $75 and they don't care. Now, it's not to say that they don't have some good products in their store, or like the one that charges $75. The people there are great. They're nice, but they're not willing to budge on these transfers. And even when you go into a big shop that's got a big selection, sometimes I'm a bit eccentric. So I want this particular model. I want it with this finish or this barrel length or these sights, and it's totally available in their catalog. But it's got to be ordered because it's not something they're going to keep on the shelf. And that's what I want, I'm going to have to eat the cost. That's just my problem. But some of these gun stores around here, I don't know. So sometimes they're kind of jerks, but we've got so many of them. I mean, the hardest thing for me to get around here, honestly, is reload supplies.
Ooh, I got a reloading question.
Shoot.
So I bought that little snub nose 357. I mean, it's only a 2-inch barrel. Is there anything I need to tweak on the load to make it to shoot 357 with it? I mean, more powder, less powder, different powder. I mean, is there a better load for a short 357?
It's usually going to be faster burning powder, because if it's a slower burning powder, that bullet's going to be out of the barrel before all the powder is burnt. So you want a faster burning powder. Okay,
so usually I use like an H110 for my 357. Is that still good, or should I change to something else?
Let's see.
Because I am not opposed to buying more stuff.
I just want to point out that since YouTube came out and was like, blah, no reloading stuff, I have heard a reloading question in every single chat I've been in since then.
What is it that you're looking at? What powder do you have?
H110.
Okay, so it's about middle of the pack.
So you're probably going to be wasting some energy there.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, not only that, you're going to be wasting powder too.
Yeah, well, I was noticing some really big fireballs with that stuff. So
yeah, so I mean, that's what it is. It's as soon as that powder hits the air, you're getting flash. So I would go to a quicker burning powder. There's 800X. There's 700X. It's even faster. Winchester 231 is going to be quite a bit faster. Hodgdon HP 38 is going to be quite a bit faster. Clay's is going to be faster.
Okay, I've got 231 and HP 38. I bought them both, not realizing that they were the same powder, but
yeah.
I got those two on my shelf. Maybe I'll make some up with that. See how that goes.
Yeah.
I say you just mix them all together and see what happens.
Do not do that.
You guys know my reloading technique.
So I have a reloading book right next to me. So, because every reloader does.
I have two next to me right now.
You say I'm a reloader. It's not right next to me. It's in my gun room where I do the reloading. It wouldn't.
Okay, I only have one. It's the Lyman's 50.
Okay, so what grain of projectile?
I got a choice. I can use the 125 or the 158.
So let's do 125. So you're looking at. You said you had did you have Win 231 or just?
Yeah, I got Winchester 231 and HP 38. They're basically the same powder.
Yeah, so 7.3 on a minimum and 8.5 on its top end grains for both of those. That's for 125 grain. And I'm looking in the Lee book. 150? You said 150 or 158?
158.
Okay, 158. 3.4 to 5.
Okay.
But of course, this doesn't say what barrel length it's using. So.
Right. Well, no, I think I got my question answered right off the bat with a faster powder because of smaller barrel. Those
shorter barrel.
Yeah, shorter barrel. But those are the little things that I'm missing because I'm so new to reloading.
Yeah. So basically, shorter barrel, you want a faster burn rate. The reason shotguns have a really fast burn rate is because there's so little powder and it needs to move a heavy projectile pretty quick. And there's so it has a quick burn rate, so it burns really quick. But there's so much volume in a shotgun barrel. That's why it doesn't spike. The pressures don't spike as much. And in a longer gun, you still have that entire length of the barrel for the powder to continue burning and continue to build pressures. Or keep pressure, I should say.
Okay.
Because the highest pressure you're going to have is right when the split second after a primer ignites. That's going to be your highest pressure because you're starting to burn and you're building pressure in a small area. But once that bullet starts moving, you're still burning from the back forward. So you're building pressure, and your powder and bullet are moving down the barrel, and it's continuing to burn very fast rate, but it's still burning. And it basically spikes, it'll come down a little bit, and it will try to keep a constant pressure as it's pushing the bullet down the barrel. So
yeah, shotgun's something I haven't started yet. I got to buy a setup for that.
I'm not going to reload shotguns.
I just feel like that kind of stuff. God, you can buy it so cheap, anyways.
Yeah.
Now the guys that go sporting clay shooting every weekend or whatever, yeah, I get it. Just whatever. Holy shit! I just opened up like 5,000 tabs. That was not what I meant to do.
We have our local, one of our local high schools has a skeet team, and they looked into reloading or buying, and for them to reload or buy in bulk, it was cheaper for them to buy in bulk because of the amount of lead they would need. It would end up being just getting the lead and the primer was more than buying factory.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about 9mm.
I'm loading 9mm for 8.2 cents a round.
So, but you're casting your own bullets, right?
No, I'm buying my own bullets now.
And you're also shooting 1,000 rounds a week, so it's making up for it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Well, my brass is free. I got a great deal on CCI primers. I bought 20,000 of them for $19.99 a piece per 1,000.
Okay, that's a good price.
Yeah, when they're usually like 20...
32?
No,
32,000 is by me.
Well, I mean, this is online.
Okay.
Usually they're 28, 29. But yeah, so I picked up 20,000 of those. I picked up... I still have powder left over, and I picked up... my last order was 32,000 projectiles, 33,000, something like that. Maybe a little bit more than that. And I was able to get them because I bought so many, I got them for 10% off. So, that right there, if I didn't get the discounts, if it didn't buy in as much bulk, instead of being 8.2 cents a round, it was like 10.1 or something like that. So,
yeah. So we have a question out here in the Smeggie Cave chat that's asking, what place do you buy your pistol bullets in bulk?
I buy from the bluebullets.com. I think it's the Blue Bullets, but if you just type in Blue Bullets, they make it's made for competition. It's polymer coated lead cast. Buy by the case, and if you buy more than 10,000 at a time, you can use a 10-250 promotion code and get 10% off. If you buy more than 50, there's a 50-100 that I think gets you 13% off, and then on up. Because I do know, let's just say I know a person that made a 125,000 order for himself. So his mailman hated him.
Oh yeah. Is that where I got mine from? So I remember you giving me like they were having some special or whatever too. So I think I even got it for cheaper.
No. I can't remember where yours were.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then that's what I was double checking. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure mine are from Eagleston.
Yes.
Munitions.
Yes.
And it was because it was some competitors like code or whatever, like one of the sponsors or something.
Yeah.
And you had given me the password, or not pass, but the coupon code.
Well, that was for the Blue Bullets, but I know you went Eagleston because it was just a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. but there was still all I know is you saved me money, so because there was another. It was like I said, it was like one of their sponsored shooters. If you use that guy's last name, you get 5% off or something.
Then it was the Blue Bullets.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. So it's thebluebullets.com. Here I will. So,
oh man, Tina, you're gonna start reloading already too? You buy 2 guns in a week, and now you're gonna start buying all the reloading stuff. You're really jumping in.
That's awesome.
First.
Yep, that's the addiction at its best.
So whenever I first started, I bought the very first round out of my 1911 that I bought was a reload. My very I bought that 1911, thought of figured out reloading, loaded it, bought my first 1,000 projectiles, and then I bought a caster. So right now it's 38 9mm 38 super 38 357 45 and 10 mil, or 40 and 10 mil. So buying flat rate, largest box case, that's going to get you your best price. If you're just going for plinking rounds, 3,900 rounds for 247 shipped.
No.
So what is that per round? 247 divided by. So right there, that's 6.3 cents a projectile.
Which that's really pretty. That's pretty much your most expensive part of
it is
reloading around.
Absolutely, because you could buy, if you go out and buy brand new, or not brand new brass, but range brass, you could get it shipped to your house for about $25 a thousand. 30. So that's 2.5 cents. Your powder and your primer are going to be still less than your projectile. I shoot these 125 grain round nose. Some people, they have 135 grain truncated. They have 147 grains. Of course, it goes by that they usually put 65 pounds ish in each one. So, of course, the heavier grain, the less I could put into each one.
Well, they certainly make those. Tina's saying she wants pink or purple bullets. It definitely exists.
Yeah,
there are manufacturers that will powder coat or do the polymer coat thing, and they'll be all different colors.
Yep. Let's see.
You'll be hard pressed to find one like in a already manufactured thing with different colors. So you are gonna have to just make your own. So yep, just might as well start buying the reloading stuff right now.
Well, here's red and let's see, 9mm.
Yeah. Hey, Foos, I like that you've never bought a 45 round, because that's how I am with my M1 Garand. I'm yet to buy a store-bought 30-06 round.
Yeah.
Went and picked up a bunch of brass off the range and just started reloading.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, geez, what is that? Hold on, let's see. Where's that at? I know there's some that has purple bullets, and as soon as I see the video, yeah.
Oh crap! Hit the wrong button. Oh, why'd you let me hit the wrong button, bastard foos?
You're all
Because
thumbs.
So what's topics tonight on the Daily Gun Show?
I don't have any idea. I never know till I show up. Tuesday, I think, is Second Amendment stuff. So
I've been going
here,
a little nutsy on Facebook with that.
so here is here's some right here. It's a purple bullet, purple pop coated bullet. So was that 38 per 500? Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely you can get colors. Yeah, no matter what. Let's see what. See, Bayou bullets. So there's red and gold.
yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of different colors. You got another question out here.
Yeah.
Rock Island or Taurus for a budget 1911?
Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus, just because Rock Island's name is garbage.
Well, it's not that. It's
Wait a minute. Why is Rock Island's name garbage?
Or sorry, Rock River is garbage.
yeah. Rock
Now,
Island.
you're talking about Rock
Many
River. As
different
far as
companies.
Illinois, that was Rock River, but I think Taurus
Yes.
is a better product than Rock Island.
So yeah. Especially their.
I feel bad for any company that like has a similar name to someone that does something
Right.
stupid, because then it's like, oh, I'm never buying from them again. It's like, why? Well, because Illinois. Oh wait, they're the ones in a different state.
Right. They're the ones importing from the Philippines.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
hence the
don't know
name
shit
Rock
about
Island.
1911. That's why I was opening up to you guys.
I
So
mean, really, the answer should be just get a Ruger, but whatever.
Well, and Rock Island is not bad. Don't get me wrong, and some of their stuff is actually pretty good. But if you're going to go for a similar price between a Rock Island and a Taurus, that's just me personally.
Taurus.
Taurus is just a better product, typically.
I would agree.
I got a SIG 1911. I don't count.
somebody
Ooh.
Aaron upgraded from a Lee single stage to a RCBS Pro Clunker 5. Oh, Chucker.
Pro
It looks
Chuck.
like an L. I was like, what's a clunker? I was going to make fun of him for mistyping, but then I was misreading.
Yeah, so I think it's a.
Oh, Pro Chucker 5. Neat.
So it is a full progressive. Okay. I couldn't remember if that was their full progressive or still a turret press, but it's their full progressive. RCBSs. I can't wait till my press gets in. Oh my god! Did I tell you what I was gonna be getting?
You told me, but most of these other people weren't here yet.
Okay.
You're gonna make me jealous, aren't you, Foos? Because I'm sitting here with the Lee single stage.
So hold on. Right now, I'm going to eventually be going to this. Well, I have this ordered. It's going to be hand cranked right now, but once my bonus comes in, hopefully it'll be enough to purchase the motor for it. It's a Mark 7 10 stage, full progressive press. Top
Now, are
speed's
you
2800 round. What?
Are you really reloading at that point, or are you just manufacturing?
That's manufacturing. Yeah. Like,
Well, maybe remanufacturing.
true. So it's absolutely freaking. It's gonna be. I'm gonna love it. It's.
Yeah, because you're just a website away from being Freedom Munitions.
Pretty much. Actually, I have thought about. So I'm going to be starting
So
off with.
what's different about that one versus the other stuff you have? Because your setup is already like pretty well automated, right? Like you have all the feeders and the hoppers and all that crap already. So why you go into that? What makes it better?
So this right now, if I hit a primer that has that needs to be swaged, primer pocket that needs to be swaged, this has that. I'll be able to have a powder checker. I'll be able to have up to 10 stations instead of 5. So make it stuff a little bit more accurate. Like I'll be able to set the bullet and then do crimp in separate sets. So my accurate, not my accuracy, but my consistency will go up from round to round. And I'm going to start off with pulling the lever right here, but all I have to do is buy a motor and I could go up to here. So I won't have to pull a lever anymore. That's the big thing, because they say 1,200 rounds an hour from this setup, what I'm going to be having. Right now, the most I've ever gotten was I've gotten like 800 out of mine an hour. And that is pretty much cooking. So this, they say 1,200. If it does 900, I'll be happy. But my goal is to get here, which will then be top speed of 2,400 rounds an hour. So all you basically have to do is keep it fed and let her go. So, and then here's their commercial one, 3,500 rounds an hour. So, but I have thought about, if I get this, possibly getting an FFL and selling to people around the area for, so it's cheaper for them to shoot. I'll make a little bit of profit off of it and go on. But I've thought about that. Just get an ammo manufacturing license. I think they're only like $30 or $40 a year. Like that. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. But that'd be interesting.
Yep, that's pretty awesome. Well, unfortunately here, guys, I'm going to have to shut this cave down because I'm getting ready to go jump over to the Daily Gun Show in about 10 minutes or so, but I wanted to jump over early. So, thanks everyone for joining in and watching, and thanks for you guys jumping into the panel. And yeah, so I might do one after the Daily Gun Show. So if you guys type people that are up at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, check back over here. I might have another one. And yeah, there you go. So again, thanks everyone for joining in and talking nerdy with me. It's honestly, it's such a nice brain cleanser to just like, let's just talk about a gun or a reload or whatever, instead of always freaking talking about stupid anti-gunners and whatnot. It hurts my brain.
And Ohio, I'm not sure if I'm going to sell my old press or not. I had someone that was looking into it. I may keep it just so I could have 223, 308, like 40, and other odd calibers that I don't shoot all that much, so I don't have to ever change this Mark 7. Because I know some people who have a full progressive press in multiple caliber. Like they'll have 1 for 9, 1 for 40, 1 for 223. But they have a lot more. Well, they have a lot more money than me. I've been saving up for getting to a progressive press. I've wanted to do it a couple years ago, and I started saving then. But
yeah. So, all right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, and I'll see you guys later.
All right.